guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Jody with C.O.D. Outdoors. Good to have you with us. Thanks for clicking on this video. Please hit the like and leave a comment. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. We thank you for taking your time to watch this. As you can see, we done quite a few upgrades to the mini bike and a lot of aesthetic changes. I've got it to the style where I like it now. It's same engine, same upgrades I've done on the engine. Everything else was done to the frame and the suspension and the seat. I did change the cover on the seat. I think it looks really cool. I done it in like a World War II style just because I like it. That's the only reason why. And I'm a patriot. I'm not a veteran, but I am a patriot. I love my country, and I'm thankful for those that serve, have served, are serving now, and will serve in the future for my freedom and my family's freedom. Thank you very much. If you're a veteran, if you're in the service or whatever it may be, thank you for your service, and may God bless you in the rest of your life and in all the duties you have to take on for us. Anyway, let's get to the bike, and I'll show you the upgrades and the things that I've done. All right, let's start off first with the most obvious upgrades that I've done to this. I actually done all this myself. I split the frame. And I'll show you guys some before and after photos. Split the frame right here below the seat and down here right behind the drive cover. And I used part of the existing frame to about right here. And I left the axle mount on there. And this from here up is all fabricated on both sides. This is of course fabricated. I had to make a room for the chain so it didn't rub. And I went up to here, made a mount under the seat here for the shock, which goes back to this piece. This shock is a bicycle shock. I had to shorten it down because it was too stiff to start off with. Now, but I made me a spacer, but I made a spacer right here to take up the slack so there wasn't any junk or noise. And this is my new exhaust pipe that I made. This goes through the frame. It used to come on the outside, if you can remember. I'll show you pictures. Now it goes through the frame and across the back. I also added mud guards on the front and on the back. I'll show you here under the seat. I fabricated this back fender with some aluminum sheeting that I had. I also added this LED light, which I integrated into the frame. I'll show you the brightness on that. But I made a flap to go under here, a mud flap to guard from throwing all that junk up on the engine. It's aluminum as well, except the last 2 inches there is made out of a motorcycle inner tube. Then let's show you this side of the suspension upgrades and fabrication that I've done. I'd like to get you guys to leave comments and tell me how you think it looks and all that stuff. This is the air box. I had to add this piece to it. I drilled holes in the back to get more air access. But I had to add this piece because the back tire was throwing mud up over. This is just another piece of that aluminum. And I left a gap there so the air could flow through. Every bit of this, guys, that I done to this was stuff that I already had laying around. The only money that I spent was on welding rods, cut-off discs, and that little LED light that's on the back. That's the only money that I spent doing this. Everything else I had at home already, just in pieces that accumulated over time. These foot pegs are the metal part on the inside is the same peg that I had before that I made out of pipe. These I found, they were off of a kid's four-wheeler. It's just the rubber. I just took the rubber off and slid it up over mine to give me a wider platform and some grip for my boots. And I painted everything, of course, with the drab green. I went with the seat. I took it off, shaved down some of the foam on the edges here to give it a more rounded look. And then I bought this vinyl here at Walmart. It's like a faux leather with, I don't know, a snakeskin pattern or something. It's pretty cool. I think it goes good with the theme. This is just for aesthetics. It's not an actual gas tank. I still use the tank that came on the motor. It's just on there for aesthetics, guys. I may do something with it in the future to make a storage or toolbox or whatever. And I chopped the front fender and shortened up this bracket. It was way down. I shortened it up about 2 inches. And I took the headlight off, painted me some black lines, painted the brake handle black to match. Anyway, I think it turned out pretty good, guys, so far. You know, there's some bugs that I got to work out that I noticed on the way up here. I rode about 4 miles. I'm going to have to put me a chain tensioner on the back. The chain stays tight until I sit on it, and then it loosens up just like a regular motorcycle, but it's loosening up a little bit too much, so I'm going to have to fabricate me a chain tensioner. And it all works. So, you know, I'm pretty proud of the work that I've done. Not to brag or anything, but I'm pretty proud of the way it turned out, and the way it operates. It actually works for my first time, you know, actually fabricating a suspension and other things. But I'll quit rattling on, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming. I'm going to give you some shots, Lord willing, of the suspension in work with the GoPro.